What if TETSUO SHIMA from AKIRA met Jesus? When destructive power destroys from deep within and grace patiently rebuilds what remains. A lot of people watch our videos, but still aren't subscribed to the channel. That means YouTube won't send you any notifications when new content is posted, and as a result, you might easily miss out on transformative stories like this one, so be sure to stay tuned. Before diving into this journey, take a moment to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell to receive updates. Leave a like and share this with someone who needs to hear this message. The city burned in the distance, not because of bombs, not because of weapons, but because of choices, because of abandonment, because of words that were never spoken and screams that no one wanted to hear. Amid the desolate, scattered rubble and glowing embers, a solitary figure very slowly, quietly walked. TETSUO SHIMA, legend, the threat, the boy who once tried to become God and almost destroyed the entire world. But there, in that haunting, post-apocalyptic silence, in that moment he was none of those things. He was just a thin, trembling body, wrapped in unstable, crackling, almost uncontrollable, unpredictable energy. A shadow wandering aimlessly, like someone searching for something they can't even name. The ground beneath his feet left trails of heat and cracks. The power still pulsed, but it no longer felt like a blessing. It was a burden, a weight, an eternal scream within his flesh. TETSUO hadn't been born this way. In the beginning, he was just another boy among so many others left behind in a wounded Japan. Weak, sickly, orphaned, invisible. His childhood was made up of looks of contempt, empty cafeterias, hands that struck more than they comforted. The teachers ignored him. The adults pushed him aside. The other boys mocked him. Everyone except one, Kaneda. Always him. The friend who acted like a brother, but always seemed one step ahead. The protector who only made him feel even weaker. You're so slow, you always lag behind. Just let me handle it, alright? Kaneda would shout, save, and lead the way, while TETSUO, as usual, would quietly and faithfully follow close behind. Until he no longer wanted to follow. The power came like an explosion, first in his eyes, then in his hands, then in his soul. He could feel everything vibrating inside him. The scientists called it a singularity. The military called it a weapon. Kaneda still called him a friend, but TETSUO no longer saw himself as any of those things. If the world feared him, then he would be feared. If the world rejected him, then he would destroy it. If AKIRA was capable, so would he be. Better, bigger, stronger, but the power did not fulfill him. What was once relief became torment. What was once strength became pain. What was once glory became monsters inside his body. TETSUO was losing his form, his mind, his identity. He became a mass of matter and despair. Even when everything around him was slowly, inexorably falling apart, when buildings collapsed all around him and the skies above seemed to crack open, inside him there was something even worse, he held a vast, unending emptiness, a child's cry that would not stop, echoing endlessly in the darkness. And there he was, after the final destruction, after everything had exploded, trembled, and been crushed to dust, left standing, alone, in the silence. The city seemed suspended in time, neither gray nor bright, silent. And there was something in the air, a strange lightness, a kind of wind that did not hurt. And then he saw a man sitting on a rock in the middle of a shattered square. He was barefoot, wearing a light tunic, his hair damp with dew, not with blood. His eyes were the calmest TETSUO had ever seen. There was no fear in them, no judgment. There was only a gaze that saw what no one had ever seen. TETSUO stopped. The ground around his feet was still vibrating. Energy was still escaping from his pores like smoke from something about to explode. But that man did not back away. You don't seem scared. The man smiled. I'm not. Do you know who I am? Yes. Then you know what I can do with just a thought. And yet, here I am. TETSUO clenched his fists. Pain shot through his limbs. Are you a scientist? Did you come to experiment a little more? Or did you come to hunt me? I came to find you. Why? Everyone either wants to use me or destroy me. I just want to love you. TETSUO took a step back. The energy around them intensified. Red lightning slashed through the air. The ground split beneath his feet. Are you crazy or a masochist? I am Jesus. That word reverberated like a powerful, unending wave knot in the air. But deep inside him, as if his very soul recognized something his mind had never truly understood or even imagined. Something so profound, he could almost feel it. Jesus, a name he had heard a long, long time ago, maybe in a book, maybe in a delirium, but now, in this very moment, it felt so incredibly, undeniably real. Jesus, huh? TETSUO laughed, a crooked, mocking laugh. So you came to judge me? I did not come into the world to condemn the world, but that the world might be saved through me. John 3:17. The boy blinked. He felt his chest tighten. You don't know what I've been through. You didn't see my childhood. The humiliations, the pain, the scars. Everyone threw me away. Even Kaneda, he was always one step ahead. I just wanted to be someone, and you are. I saw you at the orphanage. I saw you crying in secret. I saw you holding back your tears to look strong. I was there. Liar. TETSUO was trembling. If you had been there, I wouldn't have turned out like this. You became what the world made you, but I can make something new. I killed, made people explode, turned my body into a monstrosity, destroyed an entire city. And even so, I'm still here. Why? Because I love you, and I came to seek and to save what was lost. Luke 19:10. TETSUO's hands were trembling. He knelt down without realizing it. The energy was escaping, but it wasn't aggressive. It was as if the chaos was gradually being silenced. I just wanted to be strong. No one ever taught me how to be weak without being trampled on. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Matthew 5:4. What if I can't change? I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me, even though they die, will live. John 11:25. What if I lose control again? My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12:9. TETSUO cried, not with screams, not in despair, but with a pain that, for the first time, was not being ignored. Jesus came closer and embraced him. And in that embrace, there was no explosion, no resistance, no monster, just a boy becoming a boy again. The arms that had struck so many times now surrendered. The body that had been deformed so many times now found its shape. The soul that so often wanted to be God now accepted being just a son. For long minutes, TETSUO just cried, as if each tear washed away a layer of the darkness that had built up over the years. And Jesus said nothing more, because silence also heals. Then, when the crying stopped, TETSUO lifted his eyes. For the first time, there was no torment in them. Why did you do this? He asked. Because I am the good shepherd, and I would leave all 99 sheep just to seek the one that was lost. Luke 15:4. TETSUO took a deep breath. The world was still the same. The ruins, the wounds, the memories. But something inside him had changed. He no longer needed to be greater than everyone else. He just needed to be loved. You who are reading or listening to this now, maybe you also feel like TETSUO. Maybe you too grew up without love, without direction, always trying to prove that you are someone. Maybe you too have shouted, exploded, destroyed relationships, pushed people away all out of fear of being weak, all out of fear of being forgotten, all because of a hidden cry inside. See me? But the world only calls you a monster when you explode. Jesus doesn't. He calls you his child, even before you surrender. He doesn't ask you for perfection, he just wants to love you. You might be asking yourself right now, but what about everything I've done? And all the times I got lost? Jesus answers, where sin abounded, grace abounded much more. Romans 5:20. You don't have to carry that burden anymore. You don't have to fight against everything and everyone anymore. You can stop, you can rest, you can be embraced. Today, right now, Jesus calls you by name. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. You don't have to be strong all the time anymore. You don't have to pretend anymore. You can come as you are and surrender, just like TETSUO did. If this story touched your heart, if you saw yourself in Tetsuo, if you also want to stop trying to be God and finally rest as a child, like this video. Comment, I choose to be a child. Share this with someone who is struggling in silence. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Jesus changed Tetsuo's ending, and he can change yours too.